So of course it's the US Open this week and it's being played at Winged Foot. So I thought I'd be a bit of a fool and come on the simulator and see if I can actually play around this course to some sort of reasonable level and preserve some of my dignity. Now I've set it up with 14 as being the stimp measurement on the greens, really hard fairways, really hard greens as well, and the rough is pretty darn juicy. So it should be fairly reminiscent of what the guys are going to be playing this week. So let's see if we can get around this course in a reasonably low number. So taking a look at the flyover of the first, we've got a tree here on the right hand side hanging over the tee boxes a little bit, could cause a little bit of a problem. Hole shapes round to the left. It appears as though you're going to be better off down the right half of the fairway. I want to not go left behind those trees. Shot into the green if you're hitting the fairway, it doesn't actually look that difficult, to be perfectly honest. The bunkers shouldn't be causing too much of a problem for these guys. It's a fairly open shot into the green if you're on the fairway. I can see this throwing up a few birdie opportunities, to be honest. And boy, would I take a birdie to start. A par would be, well, I'd jump over the moon if I could get a par down the first. In the US Open, let's see if we can. Now tee shot, I'm going to try and hit this maybe with a fraction of cut. So I'm trying to hit the centre part of the fairway, potentially over to the right hand side of the fairway would be a preference. Easy angle or easier angle into the green. So let's see if we can achieve that. It's certainly fading, but I think it's going to be a little bit too much. Could have tree trouble here. Whoa. Yeah, I think the second shot's going to be a little tricky. Now that drive actually wasn't too bad, but it's left me with a little bit of tree trouble. I'm going to kind of have to hit this second shot quite low, and I'm going to try and hit a little bit of a cut at this. I've got 215, so I'm going to take a hybrid, 16 feet uphill, so it's probably playing a little longer than that 215. And I'm losing a little bit of power from coming out of the rough, so this might almost be a full swing, and I'm going to try and hit this with a fairly heavy low cut. Let's see what we can do. Hopefully that's got the carry. Directionally it's good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Go on, cheers up. So just short the green. Happy with that shot. So that's left me with 63 feet. Quite a simple chip, this one. And we've got auto putting as well, which is always a plus, especially on greens like this. So if I can chip this reasonably close, we should escape out of here with a par. But as you can tell, this course is brutally long. That's a drive and a full hybrid. And I'm still short of the green here. So let's see what we can do from here. Maybe a bit firm. Sit. Yeah, too firm, especially on these greens. And the machine's given me 2 putts, which to be fair, is quite fair because that was downhill and sloping as well. So that's a bogey down the first. Not too displeased with it, but hopefully that trend won't continue. So let's take a look at the second hole flyover. 448 uphill, not a particularly long hole for the guys that are in it 300 and plus. Left-hand trap probably isn't going to come into play. Doesn't look as though you want to be going down the right-hand side here, going to be blocked out, and your shot into the green is going to be a little bit more difficult, certainly with this pin position. So certainly down the left-hand side looks favourable on this hole. The shot into the green, to be honest, looks more difficult than the tee shot. But let's say it and see. I won't speak too soon. So, fairly straight. Down the centre would be preferable, maybe on the left-hand side a touch if I can. But this is the sort of course where you don't really want to be coming out of the rough, so fairway is good all day. But let's see if we can put it down the centre to left. It's definitely left. Oh, a bit of an overdraw. Oh, off the tree. I said that bunker wasn't in play, didn't I? It was for me with that shot. Let's be honest, that was god-awful. Bit of a heel hook, not great. And it's left me a long way into this green, sort of 216, 10 feet uphill. I'm going to have around about a 10% power loss coming out of this rough. I'm also going to lose spin as well, so I'm going to lose control. Coming into really fast, hard greens is not ideal whatsoever. So I'm going to try and be a bit of a smart arse, and I'm going to try and hit a big cut high, trying to get this to land as soft as possible and see if we can navigate these bunkers. So that's the plan. Let's see if we can pull it off. Come on, cut. No, it's not cutting. More of a pull than a cut. Sit. It's going to be a tricky up and down from there. So So coming out of thick rough, over a trap, onto a particularly hard green, and really quick as well. Not that much room to play with. So I think I'm probably just going to sort of take my medicine here and maybe just try and get this to land. Maybe just short the flag and roll past it. Certainly don't want to leave this short, that's for sure. Oh, didn't play that particularly well. Ball did not come out of that rough at all well. Oh dear. And again, it's given me a 3-putt from there. So now I'm 3 over after 2. This is not a great start to a US Open, is it? And this course does not let up. Here's the 3rd hole, 220, par 3. Trouble all around the green, can't really miss it left, obviously in the bunker, can't miss it right. Bunker long, looks to be out of bounds. Fairly narrow green as well, but it is quite long, so it should receive a fairly long iron. Let's see how we can get on here. So the last thing that you want is a 220-yard par 3. After you've made bogey, then double. 3 over through 2, but that's what we've got. Trouble long, trouble right, trouble to the left. Let's see how we get on here. Hitting a hybrid, 3 hybrid. I'll try and hit this nice and high if I can. It's over joint. Looks like the bunker's going to be in play. Yep, straight in the centre of it. Right, bunker shot. This shouldn't be too demanding, but I don't want to overhit it because I'll be in the other bunker. So let's see if we can actually make a reasonable job of this and try and get off here with a par. Could be a little long. Sit. Oh no, it's fine. That's okay, happy with that. So that's 3 over after the first 3 holes. Not an absolute disaster, not too disappointed with it. Let's see how I can get on in the second 3 holes. Check out par 2.